What if I told you ancient Andean societies planned entire cities, carved colossal stones and reshaped mountains, without tractors, draft animals, or even Netflix to distract them? These people were literally moving mountains before it was cool. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping world of pre-Incan mega-planning and sculpting, where cosmology met construction and engineers used the stars as blueprints. Stick around, because the real twist isn't how they did it, it's why they did it, and how it changed everything for the Inca that came after. So, how do you build massive cities and monuments in some of the roughest terrain on Earth with no wheels, no steel, and no caffeine? The Andes weren't exactly friendly terrain, towering peaks, thin air, earthquakes, yet pre-Incan cultures like Caral, Chavín, Wari, Moche, and Tiwanaku didn't just survive, they thrived. They planned cities, irrigated deserts, and carved mountainsides into living architecture. Every brick, every canal, every plaza followed cosmic order. Imagine city planners today consulting NASA instead of zoning laws. That was basically them. They built for the gods, the sky, and the stars, because for them, the city was the universe in miniature. Ever noticed how some ancient buildings seem to know where the sun rises or sets? That's not coincidence, that's cosmic architecture. At sites like El Paraíso, astronomer priests aligned temples with the sun and moon. They built so the first rays of the solstice sunrise pierced through the temple door like a cosmic spotlight. They didn't separate science from spirituality. Cosmology was city planning. Imagine being that priest saying, "Hey chief, the stars say our plaza needs to move 5 degrees south." Again, we just finished the last one. But that shows how advanced their observation and planning were. The entire built environment was a living calendar, tracking celestial rhythms. So next time your GPS misleads you, remember, 3,000 years ago, people in the Andes were navigating the cosmos with rocks and shadows. Building on a mountain? A nightmare for most. But these geniuses looked at the Andes, steep, rugged, unpredictable, and said, yeah, we can farm that. They invented Andeans, massive agricultural terraces carved right into the slopes. These terraces stopped soil erosion, created tiny climate zones, and managed water flow like a dream. Each layer was engineered, some for corn, some for potatoes, some for quinoa. They even understood microclimates centuries before meteorology existed. Add to that irrigation canals, reservoirs, and raised fields that captured and recycled water. It's like nature's version of a computer, the landscape programmed for maximum efficiency. While we're still trying to water our lawns properly, these people were farming the clouds. You might be picturing small villages. Wrong, these were cities. Caral, one of the oldest urban centers in the Americas, had pyramids, plazas, and neighborhoods. No evidence of war, just music, trade, and architecture. A utopia powered by teamwork and flutes. Fast forward to later cultures. The Moche built Huaca del Sol and Huaca de la Luna, enormous adobe pyramids rising from the desert. The Wari built administrative hubs connected by roads. And Tiwanaku was basically the Silicon Valley of Andean stonework. They built roads, bridges, and communication networks across impossible terrain. Rope bridges over gorges, highways across mountain ridges. These weren't just for travel, they united empires. If you think the Romans invented roads, the Andes politely disagree. Now to the heavy stuff. Literally. How do you move a stone the size of a truck without wheels? Carefully. Tiwanaku craftsmen shaped colossal blocks so precisely fitted, not even a razor blade could slip between them. Some weighed over 100 tons. They didn't use mortar. The stones locked together like puzzle pieces, each unique, cut with astonishing precision using only stone, copper, and bronze tools. When earthquakes hit, the walls danced. They shifted, settled, and snapped back into place without collapsing. They engineered resilience into their architecture, centuries before earthquake-proof existed. So next time your neighbor's house cracks during a tremor, just whisper, Tiwanaku did it better. Meanwhile on the coast, adobe was the name of the game. The Moche and Chimor used mud bricks to create monumental cities like Chan Chan, a sprawling maze of palaces, temples, and courtyards. The largest adobe city in the world. Think Dubai, but made of sand and sweat. They carved intricate friezes into the walls, warriors, gods, fish, because even their mud art had to flex. These cities were functional and beautiful. Every line told a story, every shadow was deliberate. They weren't just building shelter, they were sculpting identity. Who built all this? Spoiler, no slaves, no robots, just people. Their secret weapon was the Mita system, An organized form of communal labor. Everyone contributed time to public works, roads, temples, terraces, because the benefit was shared by all. It was the world's largest neighborhood project, except instead of a park bench, they were constructing wonders. Projects like Sacsayhuaman required tens of thousands of workers. Imagine coordinating that without email, cranes, or union breaks. Yet somehow, it worked. Efficiently, consistently for centuries. That's not chaos. That's civilization on expert mode. And just when you think they're done, they start drawing on the desert. The Nazca lines, giant geoglyphs, hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, geometric patterns stretching for miles. They scraped away dark desert stones to reveal lighter soil beneath, creating designs visible only from above. How? Why? No one's sure. Maybe astronomical markers, ritual paths, or messages to the gods. Imagine dedicating years to draw a 300-meter-long condor, hoping the gods are like, "Nice work, kid." Meanwhile, the Chavín were sculpting intricate gold and stone artworks filled with jaguars and eagles, symbols of power and transformation. These carvings weren't for everyone. They were spiritual codes for those who could decode them. In a way, they invented exclusive content long before Patreon. Without wheels or beasts of burden, they still quarried, moved, and fitted stones so precisely we can't fully replicate it today. They built irrigation systems that made deserts bloom. They designed earthquake-resistant structures in one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. They modified mountains into productive farmland and did it while keeping nature balanced. They didn't build on nature, they built with it. Picture a crew of workers tugging a 20-ton block up a hill. One guy's shouting, "Who designed this?" Another goes, "The stars did, man. Don't argue with Orion." You can feel their frustration, teamwork, and laughter. These weren't faceless laborers, they were innovators and dreamers. Every stone carried sweat, story, and spirit. They weren't building ruins, they were building messages for the future. And we got them, loud and clear. Everything the Inca achieved, Machu Picchu, Cusco, their empire's intricate road systems, was built on the foundation these earlier cultures laid. The Inca didn't invent greatness, they inherited it. The precision stonework, the terraces, the astronomical alignments, all perfected by generations before them. Humanity was beta-testing civilization, and the pre-Incans nailed the prototype. Their worldview, that humanity, nature, and cosmos are one system, remains one of the most advanced philosophies ever. While we're arguing about where to park, they were aligning cities with the Milky Way. So how did they do it all? By thinking differently. They didn't separate science from spirit, architecture from astronomy, or engineering from ecology. To them, building a city was like composing a symphony, with mountains, stars, and rivers as instruments. Their power came not from tools, but from organization, observation, and imagination. They planned like mathematicians, built like magicians, and believed like poets. That's how a civilization with no wheels carved eternal stories into stone. And that's how the pre-Incan Andean societies didn't just survive the Andes. They sculpted them. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to realign my furniture with the solstice.